What's up guys, welcome back to the next video in learning C++. My name is QDS Dani and you guys watching my channel Croywood. Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how the template works and how we're going to assign our variables to templates, and as I said to you, how we're going to use the placeholder, which we said is the parameter t. How we're going to use t, or as I said, you guys can use it, for example, k, or you guys use it as a placeholder x. So we're going to show you guys in the previous ones. If you guys remember, this is the second my second video in C++ object oriented programming. If you guys not sure, I think you guys done this. If you guys watching this one, it means you guys follow this one. So this is the previous video. I have saved this one as exchange.txt. That was exchange. So that was exchange video. And if you guys looking here, we have a class exchange, a private int xy, and we have three methods here: the get number, swap, and result. And here you guys here the get numbers is getting the number from the user. The engine of our program is this one, exchange, which gonna swap, and it's gonna do plus minus some operations in here, and it's gonna display the result. So how about if you're gonna come here and do this exactly the same ones in a template? Please subscribe Croywood. As always, our programming videos will continue. At Croywood, we are committed to bring you the best programming videos. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel. Click the bell icon to stay updated with my new videos. So in a template, we're going to create a class exchange, and from there we're going to assign all our we're going to do exactly like this one. We're going to swap our functions x and y, and we're going to get some sort of result. All right, so now we're going to come here, and it was asking me to save, and I'm going to save. So we have a class exchange. Now we're going to create an exchange, template exchange, for example, template exchange. All right, so how are we going to create a template exchange? So as I said to you guys, template is a mold. So template is a mold. So think of template as a mold, which you guys can compiler generates classes and functions All right, so with this one in mind, now we have all this knowledge in our arsenal, so we're going to go ahead and attack. So we're going to see what template is and how the template works. All right, so first to begin with, you guys, as I said to you guys need to come here and put a template. The keyword template is a must. You guys can't compromise in this one. So we have a class, for example, class K. For example, you guys can put a class T, or you guys can put a class X, or you guys can put a class K, for example. But you guys need to know this is a K is a placeholder. You guys can't compromise this one, and we have go ahead and put a void, or you go in the next line and you can put a void exchange. All right, so now we have our the first one, which says template, the keyword template, and that's, I said, this is very important. You guys need to put this one so the C++ know this is a mold. And now here is less than, and there is a greater than, and you guys put a class, and you guys can put a K. You guys can put an X, or you guys can put a T, no problem. But a lot of time you guys see this as a T, because T is T, and T, this T is the same, so they put an uppercase so they don't forget. But you guys can put a T, no problem. You guys can put an X and Y, K, whatever you guys like. And we're gonna come here, then we're gonna put our say we created a mold. The mold is created. Now you guys need to put your function name. So what's the function name? We're gonna put a void, because we are not returning anything, and we're gonna put a name. You guys can put a swap, exchange, deal, whatever you guys like, left and right, anything you guys like, wherever you guys, if you guys comfortable with something, you guys can put it there. You guys can put anything, whatever you can even put your name. So as long as you remember that one. Now we're gonna come here in our parameter. This is a place where you guys put a parameter, and you guys need to put this placeholder, because this placeholder can take your all the data types such as int, float, double, for example, string, any data types you guys think of. This T takes that data type, and then you guys need to put some sort of name in front of that one, and you guys need to put a, say, for example, A or B. for example x or y. So now we're going to put an a, and we're going to put a t, we're going to put a b. Alright, so now our parameter is done, but there is one little thing you guys need to do, and you guys need to put a and in front of the a and b to represent that this is the address of a and b. If you guys know the pointers, we have done the pointers, and we put a star p, it means this is pointing, so you guys pointing towards YouTube, and you guys need the link of the YouTube. So this is a pointer, and when you guys come, when the YouTube actually comes in, and you guys assign something to YouTube, for example, that's YouTube comes in on your, that's the address of the YouTube, because that this is actually the link. You guys come in and this appears here, so you guys need to put the address of, and you guys need to put this t here. Alright, so what's the body of our template? Inside the body of template, now we're going to bring this t, and you guys need some sort of temporary variable, or you guys need to put a, some people they put a temp, or you guys can put a t, or you guys can put a temp, for example. This temp, it means that's a temporary, you guys, it holds your value for temporary. You guys, that's what a lot of people, they put a temp. And now you guys gonna come here, and as I said to you guys need to use the first one of your parameter here. So you guys gonna put your the first one, we're gonna put a temp, and you guys assign the first one, which is gonna be a. Alright, so now we have this type placeholder called temp, and now we bring this temp, we assign this one, the address, we're gonna assign it to temp. And now what happens, now you guys gonna come here and put your a, and you're gonna assign your b here. It's a little bit confusing because now you guys created here a variable, and you're gonna put it here, and now you guys assign your first parameter here, and you guys put it here, and then you're gonna bring your the first parameter down, and you guys bring your second one. And what happens at the end, you guys bring your second parameter and assign temp in that one. How easy is that? Simple. Three words. You guys want to write it down somewhere, so you guys don't forget. All right, so now everything is done. Now we can create any sorts of data types, no problem. Keep in mind, we didn't put it here. We didn't put an int, or we didn't put a string, or we didn't put a double, we didn't put any sort of data type. All we did is just put some sort of mold here. So now we're gonna come down, and here now you guys need to put the int, and you guys can data type, say for example, as I said to you guys, like int, like double, or character, for example, double, or char, whatever you guys like. Okay, so we're gonna come here, and you guys need to put your, for example, int, and you guys need to put another variable I, j, x, and y. So we put x, for example, and y. Alright, so now you guys need to assign some sort of value to this x and y. So you guys gonna put it, for example, you guys can put age, or you guys can, you don't need to even put a x and y, you guys can put age 1 or age 2, or you guys can put age 1, say for example age 1 is 30, and you guys need to put age 2 is equal to, for example, 40. Alright, so now you have int age 1 and age 2, and now you guys can put your double. So if your double, for example, double or float, you guys can put any sorts of double, for example, double area, or double height, or you guys can put a double weight, or you guys can put anything that with a decimal. So for example, you guys double price, for example, price one is equal to $10, and for example, and 10 cents, 1 cent, whatever. And now you guys gonna put the second one, so the price 2, I'm gonna put a little bit room here. You guys don't need this, you guys need to assign this one, and you guys gonna put a price 2, for example. The price 2 is, for example, if we put a $20.50, for example, because later on we're going to exchange this one, is going to come here, and we're going to exchange h2 to h1, h1 to h2. Alright, so now you guys can put a string as well. So put a string, you guys can put a char or string, whatever you guys feel like it, and you guys can put a, say for example, a or x, y, z, or I, j. You guys can put I is equal to, say for example, Corayo, and now you guys gonna come with J. For example, you guys can put a wood. You guys can put a wood. Alright, so now we're gonna see our original value first of all, and then we're gonna bring this our engine first. So we bring the original value. For example, you guys gonna put a C out and put the original value for H1 and H2 is, because you guys need to put the original value of H1 and H2, and then you guys can put H1, and then you guys don't put this one, and you guys need to put some sort of space here, and here you guys need to put H2. You guys change this to H2, and then later on you guys can put end L, for example, end your line, or you guys can put this next line, up to you. Both of them is gonna work. Okay, so now we're gonna copy this one. So now we're gonna copy this one. Why we copy? Because we are a bit lazy to type all the time. Being a programmer, you guys need to know that you programmers are very lazy people. Okay, so we have a double. We have a price 1 for price 1 and price 2. So we're gonna price 1 and we're gonna price 2, and here you guys need to put a price 1 and price 2. It's 2. Okay, and the last one is gonna be string I, and it's gonna be cryo, and it's gonna be wood. I is cryo, and then it's gonna be wood. All right, you guys can put a char as well. You guys don't need to put this I. You guys can put a char, whatever you guys feel like it. I just put a string because you guys need to put a string, but if you guys want to put a char, you guys can put a char. That's when we kind of come here and we put I, the press of I, and J, and you guys need to put an I and J. You guys need to put an I, and you guys need to put a J. Okay, so before doing anything, we just want to compile and we want to run, so we have any error or anywhere. Looks like all good. Now we're going to run. You guys going to see here that that's exactly what we type. H1 and H2 is 30 and 40, and you guys can put a 10 and 20, and you guys can put a cryo and wood. You guys can do it this way, or you guys can put each one separately, H1 and H2 or something like that. So you guys can do this one. Say for example, you guys can come here and close these ones. So for example, now it's closed because there is a double quotation here, double quotation here, and you guys then outside of this one, because double quotation, you guys can put a H1 for example, and then you guys can need to put this one H1 and move this one H1, and you guys need to put this one the H2. You guys can put this way as well, up to you. H1 and H2. All you guys need to remember that there's a double quotation, and there is a double quotation, there is double quotation and double quotation. You guys think of this. So you guys need to see here the value of H1 is 30, H2 is 40, whichever it is. I like it this way as well, so I'll change I like it this way. This is more sophisticated way because it takes only a few seconds. So the price 1, you guys can put a price 1, and you guys need to put price 1, and the price 2, and you guys need to put price 2, and here I, you guys need to put I. For example, I here, I and J. You guys need to put a J, and you guys need to put a J here. If you guys notice, I put a double, and here is the uppercase because I can do that, but not here because this one needs exactly has to be like this, otherwise it's not gonna work. So I'll run if I've done anything wrong. And if I look in here, I for cryo and J is wood, for example. I is price 1, is age 1, is okay. So now we're gonna go to the main subject, which is our we're gonna swap or exchange. That's what we all do. So you guys needs the name of the functions. The name of the function is exchange. We're gonna come here and we put the name of the function. So we put an exchange. So exchange, what we're gonna exchange first of all, and the first one all is gonna be we're gonna exchange the age 1 and age 2. Age 1, and we're gonna exchange the age 2. Okay, so now we're gonna come and we're gonna do the second one, because the first one is int, the second one is double, the third one is string. So you guys need to put exchange again, change, and you guys need to price 1 and price 2, price 1 and price 2, price 1, and then you guys need to put price 2, price 2, because here now the C++ asking what you guys want to exchange. You guys need the reference, and when you guys put a h1, it means you guys referring to this one, and when you put a h2, it means you guys referring to the second one. But you guys not putting anything beside the name of your variable here. You guys not putting int or anything here, or you guys didn't put int anything. You guys just declaring here that you want the h1 to be int, you want the price 1 to be double, and you want the I and j to be the type string. Okay, so now we're gonna come here, the second one, the third one, and the third one is gonna be, you guys put I and j, I and j, simple, that's it. So now everything is done. What you guys need is the rest, and you guys need to copy this one, and you guys need to put here some sort of okay, and you guys need to put a line. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna put a line to know that we have done some sort of operations. I'm gonna put some sort of stars, and I'm gonna put endl. Okay, so now we have here the value of age 1, our the value of now, the value after the value of age 1 after exchange is the value price 1 after exchange is, and the value of for I after exchange is okay. And you guys can put this one because we already know that after the start is the exchange is gonna work. That's it. That's all you guys need to do. And now I'm gonna run, and you guys look in here, the age 1 is 30, the age 1 is 40, and if you guys look in here, and age 2 is 40 and age 2 is 30, and you guys look in the price 1 is 10, and the price 1 after exchange is 20, and because that 20 came here and that one went there, so the price 2 is 10, and if you guys look in here, the price 2 is 20. The value for I is cryo, and the value for j is wood, and if you guys look in the value of I after exchange is wood, and it's gonna be the value of j is cryo. So you guys gonna think of this one, our swap or exchange function works, and it works perfectly. So you guys think of this one now. If you guys look in here now, you guys might be wondering, how come we did not use any of the data types? How come we did not use anything here? So any data types here, because in our function here is a template. As I said, this is a mold. You guys do not use anything because this is the one is all this int, double, string, whatever. As I said to you guys don't have to be t. You guys can put it, for example, k, and as long as you guys going to put your k, you guys can put a k here, and you guys can put a k, and you guys make sure you guys remember your k. How easy is this? K. So we have a k, class k, and we have in our parameter k, we are using k, we are using this one, we are using this one, no problem. So when we gonna run, it works perfectly, no problem. So don't assume that you guys has to put a t. You guys can put anything. You guys can put x, y, z, as I said you guys before. Now your function is working perfectly, but keep in mind, now we just one mold our template. We can use any data types here in our main. So you guys look at here, we have put a template class t, and we are working. Don't get me wrong, you guys can put it this way as well. You guys put it in one line. C++ has no problem with this. C++ gonna say everything is fine with me. Look, our program's working flawless. There is no issues, there is nothing here, and it works perfectly. Even if you guys put in one line, all of this you guys can put in one line, no problem. C++ gonna work. So you guys can put in one line, or you guys can go and put a second line. A lot of programmers prefer to put in a second line. You guys don't have to put in one line. So now we have created a function that is very is generic, because we are reusing our code. We are reusing with int age, and you guys looking here with is working with int age. We are doing double, and we are doing string. Imagine if you have working for a company, and you guys needs to put all sorts of data types, and it's going to take you ages if you guys gonna declare every function again and again and again. And now we're gonna come, then you guys might be thinking, why in programming we call something called generic programming, called reusability, our draw, do not repeat yourself. So if you guys wondering, you are right, because in C++ and every other programming language, they try to help programmers not to reuse again and again and again and again. If you guys working dealing with a lot of customers with heavy workload, so as soon as you guys gonna bump up, you guys just need to put some sort of create a template, and you guys can put your data types wherever you guys like in your the main execution of the program here. So now the compiler sees this as a template, and the compiler waits for you guys. The compiler waits. Why? Because this templates and this k, it means the compiler is going to say, there is a k here. Now I'm going to wait what the programmer is going to put. So that you guys put an int, the compiler say, all right, say this k is int. Then the compiler, you go when you guys put a double, then the compiler say, all right, this k is double. And then when you guys put a string, then the compiler say, all right, this k is a string. So this is going to work with every program. It doesn't matter what sort of data type you guys put. The reason we have show you guys here is because you guys needs to know that what's the actual value, and after the swap, our exchange here, you guys going to see that this the all exchange, price 1, price 2. We didn't do anything here. We just follow this one, h1 and h1, h2, h2, and look at here, price 1, price 1, price 2, price 2, I and j, which is type string, and you click here, I and j is type string. You guys can put a chart as well, no problem. And after that, after the value, you guys took here, we didn't change anything. We put a h1, we put a h2 as usual, as like that. And if this didn't work, this you would see that the h1 going to be h1 and h2 is going to be h2. But because in our this one's worked effectively, and we base this one's on top, exchange on top. If you guys look at here, exchange, we have parameter a and b, and we put an address, and now we have created some sort of variable. And keep in mind, this is very important. The k is very important. You guys need to put a k, our t, our x, our Yazdani. You guys can put your name as long as you guys remember. But you guys going to see a lot of programmers, they put a t because they remember it's a template. So in high workload, you guys need to know that when you guys put a t, you guys put a t in your parameters as well, and you guys can put your t here as well, no problem. It's gonna work flawless. You guys gonna see here it works. But if you guys put a t, and if you guys want to put a k, then you guys gonna have a big error, and I don't want to show you because the C++ gonna get very mad at me. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.